Hello, Dark Souls PvPers and players. Um, I got a message, as you can see, just to dive right into it. Crucify, I rock. You're not good. Die or quit to live. MLG semi-pro going pro. Pretty much crucify, I rock. It's just true greatness and badass. Oh yeah, I remember. We were in the forest and he ran from me, picked up a divine blessing, and he ran all the way around and tried to pretty much do the peeve strategy where he's got like the demon great axe and he runs past Alvino all the way past the bridge, and when I got around the corner he tried to hit me with the heavy attack. I don't know, one shot me or whatever. Didn't work out, so he just started spamming the roll button and he died. I killed him. And I sent him a message. I said, are you used to fighting noobs, new players or something? Just to tease him. This is Hidden Disciple. Really, in all honesty, I kind of like the guy. I think the guy's a really good player. But I was looking at his rank on Duel Legends. And I had sent him a message because when I invaded him, he had his back towards me, and when I activated my magic barrier and my gold resin, and when I walked up to him slowly, he immediately turned around and parried. His response to that was, "Oh, I was in the bathroom and I just got there at the last minute." So in other words, pretty much he was peeing the whole time while I was buffing my body and weapon, and coincidentally, right when I got behind him, he did a unlocked on turnaround berry. So you know how that goes. However, I'm kind of looking at a lot of the levels because I actually haven't looked at the rankings lately. And what I'm seeing a trend is most of the people with a higher streak than me tend to have either twice as many attunement slots and magics, or some of them just have a very powerful weapon, or sad to say, I really don't want to minimize someone's win streaks, but shitty connection. Some of these people are famous for their terrible connections and their ability to win like that. And I won't get into how you can do it because I do know how to do it. I have learned how to do it. Shout out to all the other uploaders out there. But just to get into this real quick, because I only got 30 minutes and it is 2:30 where I am. I will be going to work very shortly. Anyways, for those of you who don't know, my gamer tag is Lord of Grief. It should be pretty obvious by now. Okay, so some of the messages that I was looking at was a guy sent me a message, and I want to make sure it's right. His name is DJ Class or DJ Claus, and he claims that he have a YouTube channel as well. He's an uploader. Shout out to that fact. But just start with the story. I'm in the forest with a cleric build. Really, pretty much a lot of people that know me, I'm doing cosplay or full starting player type of builds. And so I invade someone as a forest hunter, and I have my Hornet ring on. I have my Hornet ring and my Havel's ring on, with a crescent axe, and I backstabbed some mage or something like that. I don't really remember exactly how the fight perfectly went. I didn't record it, but I think I hit him with a Lloyd's Talisman. He spammed some, I don't want to use spam because that's a derogatory term, but he cast some spells. I dodged them, got hit by a couple of them, backstabbed him a couple of times. He died. And what was funny was he was also a forest invader, and he kind of was like in front of me, kind of like I don't know, trying to break up the fight. So after I killed him, he sends me a message, says disgusting, and and I said, how's that? He said, Hornets ring, laugh out loud. And I says, one day you'll grow up. He sends me a message. He says, one day you'll have viewers. And that really kind of made me laugh a little bit. I said, I can't even exactly remember exactly what my response was to that, but it was something that had to do, oh yeah, something like, I said something like, you know, I don't know, I mean, I don't care about viewers, but he says, begged for them like you do. He says that I beg for viewers, beg for subbers, and my response to that was, I don't call it a, I don't consider it begging. I consider it a requirement. And I'll touch on that before I actually get on my Hornet ring expression or commentary, if you will. And anyways, he ends up saying that he has a channel, and I was asking him questions, you know, like what's your rank on the dual legends, and you know, trying to find out who the guy is, because I don't know him. I don't really know him. Just like he probably don't know. Well, he says he knows me. Apparently, he knows me. He knows that I don't have viewers or something like that. But and then I said, so what's your channel name? He says, find out. So I leave it at that pretty much. I'm not, you know, any man pretty much know where that conversation was going. But anyways, so to get to me begging for likes and viewers and things of that nature, me personally, I disagree with him. I don't think I've ever begged for a view or begged for a subscriber. What I believe in is content. I believe in quality content. And that's so great that he mentions that, because it gives me an opportunity to express how I feel about subscribers and viewers. Personally, I don't think when you're playing a game, when you love a game, I don't really think you should have a mass volume of subscribers. I think you should have a relatively small group of subscribers, because that, in my opinion, retains the quality. I mean, I don't want to bash no one, but in all honesty, I don't really care about bashing anyone, because I don't really care about anyone's opinion in this regard. But this is what I'm trying to say. When you get to the point where you get around the 100 subscribers situation, and you know, you're listening to everyone's opinion, and you get to the point where you're really only producing content based on what people are asking you to do. Personally, as Lord of Grief, as you know who I am, I will never be like that. I will never get to the point, YouTube streaming, video game, I'll never get to the point where I'm at my fans or subscribers' discretion. So anyone listening to this video, you can press the X button. I will not be turned into an Epic Name Bro. Shout out to Epic Name Bro. I think he has quality in his content. I think he is very good at what he do, and I'll leave it at that. I'll never be a DSP. I think DSP is an icon in the video game industry. Regardless of his personality, regardless of anything, I think he's an icon. I think he produced high quality, top of the line commentary and playthroughs and whatever. So me begging for viewers, first off, I don't beg for viewers. I don't have much viewers. I mean, I don't even really have to talk too much about my channel. there's not much to talk about. I mean, I opened the channel in October. Number one is all analytics, is all estimations anyway. None of it is accurate. So to be honest with you, just looking at my channel, it says I have like 19 subscribers, 1,700 views, 1,724 views or whatever. I opened the channel a month ago in October, so in my opinion, that's good. And that's really relatively. I really don't even want to go over 50 subscribers because I don't really care to comment with 50 people I don't play with. I will never get to the point where I have people subscribe to me and I don't play with them. I delete my people from my friends list on a regular, on an often basis, because I don't like having people on my friends list that's just taking up space just for numbers. I don't worship numbers. Anyways, that's it for that. Let's talk about the Hornet ring. I'm tired of people bashing the Hornet ring. Don't really have much time left in the video. I just kind of want to hit the categories of some of the stuff that I want to touch. First thing I want to touch is the Hornet ring versus stun lock. And after that, I want to talk about Hornet ring versus chain backstabs, and versus dark beat, and versus 2v1s, and versus 3v1s, and versus healers, flaskers, buffers, and last but not least, I think it'll be one of the last categories, higher levels. I'm tired of people. I guess I'll take that back. Not tired, but I find it appalling. I find it not disgusting. I don't want to say no bad words like that, but I find it very ignorant that people is still bashing Hornet rings, even after the nerf. It's like they typecast you. It's like they outcast you. It's like, several uploaders just talk about the filth of the Forest Invaders as, or the Gankers as, just terrible people. Some of the people with Hornet rings. Now, let me just first cover what I agree about what people say when it comes to Hornet rings. You're ganking. You got a crystal, a crystallized weapon. You've buffed it with a crystal magic weapon, with a man-eater greatsword, a claymore, or a dragon tooth. You and two other buddies in the forest, all three of them got Hornet rings on. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, of course, I agree with that. I agree with that concept and that scenario. You're dueling, and someone activates a Dark Moon Blade on a 1v1. Let's just be real. I think, in my opinion, that is overpowered. And not only will these guys activate a Dark Moon Blade, they'll pair it and maximize it with a Hornet ring. You're gonna die. Most likely one hit. Me personally, I think it's funny. I don't take stuff like that personally. I like it. Me personally, I don't have much problem with it. But so I think that's about it when it comes to what I agree with about the Hornet ring. 1v1s, when you're having a 1v1 setup match, I don't think it's cool. Because the reason why, shout out to Martyrs Brigade, shout out to Grunge Chaos, shout out to Spades, shout out to Kitten Comment, shout out to all my duelers out there that I duel with. When you're 1v1ing and you're trying to duel, a Hornet ring is not necessary. It's killing them too fast, especially when it gets to the point of a one shot. When you get to that point of 80% or above of their vitality from just one backstab, that's not a duel. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk about Hornet ring versus stun lock. Personally, I think it's one and the same. You have a Hornet ring, someone can almost one-shot you. A stun lock is a concession, a consecutive combo tirade of attack after attack. Some of these like the Demon Great Machete, man, you can have 50 boys and you just get stun locked till they hit you till you die. And you're talking